Yo, what's good everybody? If you don't already know, the crypto market has been going absolutely crazy. Solana's at $200, Bitcoin's breaking all-time highs. And if you're not in the market right now, what are you doing? This is literally the time to make generational wealth and you're not trading. This is the perfect time to start if you're not already trading. And if you are trading, you need to lock in. So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you exactly my trading style, exactly what tools to use, and everything in order to become a profitable trader and stay a profitable trader, as well as things that you just need to learn, right? Because obviously, yes, I can break down all the different things and whatever, but there's lots of tools that come in useful. And not only tools, a lot of the big part of trading is about psychology, which is the truth. 90% of trading is probably psychology. So let's get started. So obviously you're going to need a trading platform. So the best trading platform I recommend is going to be Axiom. It is the fastest trading platform. You're going to get the best fees, and you also get paid back to use it. You get paid back in fees. So if you don't already know, every single trading platform charges fees. Axiom is the lowest, as well as you get paid back to use it. So what are we looking for, right? So firstly, new pairs, these are the coins that are coming out first. Final stretch are going to be the coins that have not bonded yet. And the migrated coins are the coins that have made it past the bonding curve. So these are basically the coins that have grown up. These are the coins that are the teenagers, and these are the baby coins, right? The baby coins are obviously going to have the most risk, right? Because they are, there's no certainty. There's absolutely zero certainty, but there is a lot of upside, right? Now, technically, if you get in after the dev, what you're risking is around 10 to 15%, right? So really, it's not that bad of a strategy, but it takes a lot of work to get down, right? These new pairs, you're mainly going to be sniping from Twitter plays. Now, for final stretch, this is a great strategy, trading final stretch and scalping these, because they're coins that are a little bit more established. So, you know, they're not going to go to zero in one candle, which I'm going to show you how to know it's not, you know, how it's going to go to zero in one candle, so you don't buy into those coins, and to be able to find good narratives. Now, the migrated, this is the last tab. These are coins that have already made it past the bonding curve, which have made it to, you know, you could see it on Dex Screener. So if I go to Dex Screener, I don't know what I just searched up, Dev. Like, who is this guy? I meant to search up Dex Screener. Okay, so once a coin hits bonding curve, it will show up on Dex Screener, and there's a whole list of, you know, people to trade on here, right? Some people are NPCs and they trade on Dex Screener, right? Or they trade on like Phantom Wallet or whatever. You're not an NPC. You're not going to be an NPC. I'm going to show you how you can be a GOAT, all right? Like, I'm going to show you how you could be the top 1% in this space. All right, so let's lock in. So what are we going to be looking for, right? I typically like to stay in the final stretch. Sometimes in the migrated, yes, it just depends on the coin, of course. Now, you need filters for these too, because there's so many coins that you do not want to buy into actual trash. So what are we going to be looking for? And what filters are we going to be using? So firstly, on new pairs, if you're going to be trading new pairs, you do not really need any filters. You're going to be fine without filters because you want to see everything that comes out. All I'm going to do is export this to you guys, right? And then all you're going to do is, the Discord's free, by the way, so you just join the Discord, import, Control-V, boom. And I typically don't hold coins. So this is like a very rare situation for me because I'm typically scalping. But if you guys like to hold coins, or you like guys, because I know a lot of people are students or, you know, going to work or have, you know, JOBs. I'm not going to say that word, but yeah. So basically, like, this was a conviction play. So if you don't already know already, Chanel with hat, right? So Chanel is one of the cats owned by, or, you know, one of the cats of what's the guy's name again? What's his name? I cannot think of it off the top of my head. Maybe I'll find his name. Right here. This guy. Hold on. Finn. I don't know why I couldn't think of him. This has literally been like my daily highlights of this coin. Him being like, you know, an interesting individual, we'll say. But what happened with this coin, right? I'm still waiting for my chart to load. I don't know why it's taking so long. So I could have made some crazy money. I ended up making like 550, so still decent money, right? In this span of like one day. Let me see, where was my original entry? So my original entry was at like 300K, right? Now, you guys have to know why you're buying a coin, because like, I promise you, 90% of people do this. I'm going to show you what 90% of people do so you don't do it. And you might even be doing this too, right? So you need to like learn from what you're doing wrong so that you can do some, you know, so you can fix it. They're like, Kevbot, and then, you know, or like Cupsy right? And then they just buy. Please, guys, I'm begging you, don't do this. You're gonna get absolutely rinsed. Like, I think we've all done it, right? Like, I used to, like, when I was like a brand new trader, like, you know, like as soon as I got the wallet tracker, because back then we didn't have a wallet tracker, so I think they added it on, like, what was it, Bullx, I think, Bullx Neo. And they added it, and, like, you know, I was like, oh, if I copy trade Cupsy, then, like, he makes this much a day, so I can make. But no, you're gonna get mass extracted and max farmed, right? So you have to trade like these people. You have to think like they do, okay? You need to be like, you need to have a reason why you're buying into the coin. And not only that, you need to have an entry plan and you need to have an exit plan. You need to know where you're gonna get in and you need to know where you're gonna get out. Because otherwise, what's the point of buying, right? To hope it goes to Valhalla? The truth is that 99% of these go to zero. So you need to find something that's actually good, right? So for example, how would I do research? Let's look at this coin, for example, USX, Solana stablecoin. Oh, there's going to be a stablecoin on Solana, or there already is. So basically, Solana made a video, YouTube minute, 30 minutes ago, blah, 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 saying USX is the Solana stablecoin. It's a good narrative, whatever. Maybe it's all right, but now we're looking at the bundlers. Okay, there's bundlers, the DEX isn't paid. So DEX is basically the banner on DEX Screener. I'll show you this thing right here. That's literally all it is. So it makes the coin look more trusted because it costs $300 to do it. So if you guys don't already know that, now you know. So what are we looking, right? So firstly, this coin is really not getting that much volume. We can see at the bottom, the volume's kind of slowing down, and we can see by the buys, right? If a coin has nothing good to look forward to, then people are going to price out, right? If a coin is just doing this, what do you think is going to happen? It's magic. People are magically going to want to buy it, right? If there's nothing pushing it, all it is linked, it's only linked to a tweet, right? It's not a community or anything. The only thing that realistically can push this up is if someone with big influence or copy traders could buy in, or let's say they pay the DEX, right? And then you get some snipers that buy off of the DEX paid. But otherwise, why are you going to buy this coin, right? Now, maybe it is a good narrative, but why would you buy in this range? So if you guys don't know, let me remove the drawings real quick. A range is when the price action of a coin is just consolidating like this, right? This is just a range. There's no point of buying. There's not even really any point of scalping, right? If I were to scalp, honestly, like this candle all the way here, you would probably want to enter around this candle, but you see it's doing nothing and get out, right? Like this isn't really a good coin to scalp. You want to see something with healthy corrections, healthy dips, right? Let me look for an example. Let's look at this cat orange. So let's see, migration didn't really dip that much. Like you could just tell, right? Like this coin, it's just not really a good coin to scalp, right? You want to look for these coins that are getting a lot of volume meaning, you know, buys and sells, whatever, right? Just a lot of action basically in the coin. And if you don't see that, what's the point, right? Because there's always you need to look for an imbalance between buyers and sellers. You need to look for an actual dip, right? I always say look for 40 to 60% dips on the coin, right? But don't just, you know, if you're going to be a robot and be like, okay, so this coin went up to 120K and I'm going to look for a 40 to 60% dip, so I'm going to buy at 60K, right? Now, if the coin is just dying out and you want to be a robot and be like, you know, like, then you're going to get cooked. Like you have to combine all these things together, right? You need to combine TA, or you don't even have to use TA, just like the technical aspect of trading, right? And as well as the psychological aspect, because with this kind of trading that we're doing, it's an attention market, right? That's the same exact thing that happened with this coin, which I'm going to break down. So make sure you stay tuned. But this is an attention market, right? If people don't like it, I promise you guys, like I've been doing this for like almost a year now. The thing is with this, people will move on like the next day. Like with this coin, I knew like something in me was like, I should probably just take my profit, right? So we could see I had originally, I believe it was like a 300K entry. 350, something like that. Let me zoom in a little. Okay, I bought in right here. You guys can see. No, this was my second buy-in. Okay, I'm getting confused. I think it was, right? Yeah, this was my second buy-in, and then I sold because what happened, right? This is an attention-based market. So the creator of bags, Finn, his name is Finn. He basically teased his cat, right? He has two cats. He has one named Chanel. He has one named Chai. And, you know, obviously people were bidding the coins like crazy because if he posts the cat with the hat that he got, right? Because like, you know, there's another coin that ran as well. Let me look for it. It was buy the hat, BTH. what you're looking for, right, is where the attention is going to go next, because it's always going to move. I promise. There's not enough money, like not enough liquidity to keep these coins up forever. People are always going to move on to the next biggest thing. So what did I do? Well, I bought this dip, right? And I believe, I just want to double check if this was my first entry. Okay, so my first entry was before this was my second entry. So as you can see, I bought this dip, right? Let's see here with 180, and then I think I bought a little bit more, I want to say. I either had more in this. I know I had a little bit more. Okay, so I bought this dip right here, and I could have sold up here, right? This is more like one of those conviction plays where I'm like, okay, I believe in this, right? Which 90% of the time it sucks. I mean, you don't want to do it, especially because the truth is the market doesn't reward holders, and you need to also look at opportunity cost. So for every minute that's going past, there could be a new coin that's coming out. There could be something new to do, right? Something new way to make money. If your money's tied up, right, in one trade, it could be used for something else, right? So that's where it's like, you know, that's what like that's why I like scalping, because I'm in and out within like 10-30 seconds, right? But I was like, no, I can actually cook on this, right? You could see I sized in a little bit more on this, but I honestly did round trip a lot. Imagine I could have scalped it from here to here, buy back in, right? But all this pump was literally anticipation. People were, you know, because he was teasing it. And then it went all the way up even higher, right? It went like crazy right here. And this wasn't even when he posted the cat. This is just when he put a picture of the hat close by the cat. And I can even show you that so you guys see it, visually see it. So I don't know how many Twitter posts he's posted ever since, but let me go to, I believe it's, yeah, notification. Oh, here we go. Go here. We'll see if he still has it up. I'm sure he does. 9 hours ago, so he's been posting a lot. But okay, so he was like spamming the picture. So this is Chai. The other cat before was Chanel. And let me keep going. So he teased this picture, guys. This picture, and this, everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna go crazy," right? You have to understand how like sell the news works, right? As soon as like the news comes, as soon as something comes out, like this is why you need a Twitter tracker, right? I have one for free in my Discord, or you can use my Axiom link. First of all, you save 10%. Second of all, you get you get infinite giveaways. So I'm always doing giveaways. And the third reason is you get a free Twitter tracker, all the best tools built into Axiom, right? You get Dex paid. Like, this is insane. So what am I looking for, right? So when the second he posted it, everybody started blasting it, right? This is all anticipation. And you could see where I sold right here, right? So I full clipped for around $1,080, right? So I think I sized in a little bit earlier before DCA'd or something like that. But yeah, sure, I could have made more money. But the thing is, it's just like, it's kind of a sell the news kind of thing, right? If it hasn't been done yet. The truth is, like, one thing I noticed too is I feel like he was starting to lose his like motion, I guess, in a little bit of a way, which is like it's like the boy that cried wolf, right? Like he kept teasing, and everybody was waiting. And, you know, eventually, like, I guess people are just not going to care as much, right? Or whatever is happening, right? You could see it kind of started dying out. I bidded a little bit here at 872 and 148, right? So around 1,000 DCA in. This was just like small buys. And yeah, like, look, I was holding throughout this, and I ended up selling for break even. Just the reasoning, because he kept teasing it. Everybody was waiting for it, and it just kind of was diluting it, right? And this was the second he posted the cat, which is like, you would think it would have gone to millions, right? Because when he was teasing it, it went up to like 1.7. But it's the whole thing of like, these are all the different factors you guys need to understand, right? This is one example, right? And sure, yes, I made money. I could have made way more money, of course. But this is the things you have to understand, like, with these coins, especially if you're holding them. I don't want any of you guys to like marry your meme coin bags. You know, maybe when the market changes and shifts a little bit, but at the moment, it's not really rewarding holders. And, you know, you could see that. But I mean, yes, I did make money, sure, 3 SOL. But like, I could have made like 10, 15 SOL if I held a little bit longer. But then what's the risk, right? Because all this is dependent on him. If he decided not to post it or whatever happened, right? This goes to zero. So that's like what you have to understand. Most people have zero thesis. You can kind of see it's still kind of holding the 60K level, you know, that I drew. Like, it's just a line, of course, right? But you have to combine the technical element, right? Like, I'm always timing where I'm going to get in, and I have a plan for where I'm going to get out. every single time, right? I bought this entry because I thought that was a dip, right? Because volume was going into a different coin that he mentioned. So you have to go in with a strategy, right? Like I said, 40 to 60% dips, you know, at least, right? If it goes more than that, then it's probably dead. It's probably a rug coin or a scam, right? You have to be timing your entries and then your exits, right? If you're up 100%, just take a 50. Just take a 50, because I promise you guys, you're like, the amount of money I've round tripped just by not like taking initials or clipping out my bags, just because, you know, it's either greed, which is one thing, or, you know, I guess arrogance, right? Because you think, oh no, this is going to go up, right? When it's really just another coin. And then when the next coin comes out on new pairs, everybody blasts it. You have to understand these things in order to be competitive in the market. And yeah, so if you guys haven't joined a Discord, or you need a Discord trading community, I have a free one in the link in the description. Super, super cool people in there. I also have a bunch of free crypto bonuses, which nobody's giving you guys. So I got a bunch of free crypto bonuses. Super, super, super easy to do. You can literally make up to like $500 to $700 US in these bonuses, right? So like some of them are like Gemini, Kraken, Coinbase. You just sign up, make an account, you know, do the task or whatever, and boom, you get your bonus, right? And then it's literally that easy. So the reason they're giving you guys bonuses is because, you know, they earn money off of trading fees, right? So they want you to be like a long-term customer. So yeah, it's very, very simple. There's also a lot of other different bonuses like Moonshot, etc. I've made a video breaking down all of them, and you guys were really, really liking them. So I'm just gonna like put it in again in this video, because I know a lot of people have like a smaller portfolio, right? With like 0.1 SOL, 0.5 SOL, 1 SOL, whatever their portfolio is, right? Why not just start off with 5 or 6 SOL in the beginning? If you lose it all, then you learned a bunch of lessons and you're not really down anything, right? So highly, highly, highly recommend this. If you're not using Axiom already, I highly recommend it. And yeah, and thank you for watching.